thing is just simple stuff that you can do is, every year I always run some sort of
Athletes. There's distractions of summer just being a family and going on
you
vacations and
do.
going.
And you can do, of course, if your camps and have them, they have more free time in the
Let's
summer.
talk
So
about
what do you do for the grade school
we're
kids and
going to
your
talk about keeping players engaged in the summer. All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. How relaxed do I look, Coach?
much better than you did, I would say, what, 3 or 4 months ago after the basketball season.
It's I don't think, and this is a podcast to have at some point. Again, even for youth coaches, I sleep so much better. I don't think I know I'm under stress.
Oh yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I think my body is under. I mean, anyway,
Yeah.
I just think it's like everything is just after the season's over, and it's like I love
Well,
the boys and I miss them, and I had a great. This
yeah,
was
of
one of
course.
my
Yeah.
most enjoyable seasons I've ever had. But like 2 weeks after the season, I'm sleeping like a log. Like,
Yeah.
and I usually sleep really well, but I don't. I'm kind of in and out, and I'm like tossing. It's like that. Like,
Wait till you're done teaching.
oh yeah,
I mean, you're under stress right now. You just don't know it,
I,
right?
I do.
Again, you
Yeah,
just gotten used to it for 30 some
30 some
years.
years.
So
Yeah, it's the
yeah.
yeah,
So
and the paper and the
yeah.
stack of papers you have to grade. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I talked to my brother this weekend about it, and like I said, one of the reasons I'm getting out of teaching is grading. And I said, I know in the next 10 to 15 years that will be taken off teachers' plates. Grading will be done. They will not have to grade anymore. And he agreed because AI and generative AI is going to do all of that. And it's going to take the bias out of it. It's really going to take the bias out of grading because there's a bias in grading. Um,
Right.
so, anyway, that's for a future podcast, Coach.
There
That's
we
a
go. Yeah, we'll
there's
come
a
back
tease.
to that one.
There's a tease for you. All right. So before we jump into the topic, we have a special deal for everybody, right?
Yeah, coaches, go check out coachingyouthhoops.com to celebrate our 250th podcast. We are giving you a 25% discount on practice plan. So plan ahead, get it. It's only available in the month of June. So June 2025, go to coachingyouthhoops.com, click on the green button that says get started and fill out the form there, create your practice plan and enter at checkout podcast 250. Again, that's podcast 250 to get your 25% off.
There you go.
Pretty simple.
I know, pretty simple. All right. So today we're going to talk about keeping players engaged in the summer.
Yeah.
That's harder than you think. There's a lot of distractions in the summer.
So many distractions. And then, again, do we, there's so many questions about it. Should we? Do we, again, I think where this comes into play is more so you're running an AU program, maybe you're a grade school program, something that you're more involved at a deeper level than a seasonal team, if you will. Again, not to say you can't do it, but next season your team is going to change, right? You're going to have a whole new set of players. So kind of putting that frame in, of course, high school is much different because you know who's coming in for the most part and who's leaving, and you can keep them engaged. But let's talk about what do you do for the grade school kids, and you're running a program. So,
Yeah, I mean, I
go
think it's
through the
hard.
litany of things.
Well, and the problem is I think it's almost harder for youth coaches
Oh, definitely.
than it is for mine because by
Yeah.
the time I get them into high school level, I can see it at the youth level. I even see it like our eighth graders are going to Washington, D.C., so they're going to miss this thing and they're going to miss camp. And it's like, that's just what you do.
Right.
Ever been to DC in the spring? There's like every school in the country, I swear, is there. That's good. They should
Seriously.
be. But I think it's first of all, there's a couple issues. It's a lot of pulls, which it should be, a lot of different reactions, I'm gonna pause for a second. Look, coach, look, we have a visitor. For
Oh,
those of
very
you
good.
for those of you who are watching, my dog came in to visit me. Um, but
Awesome.
there's a lot of different distractions, right? There's
Yeah.
distractions of multiple sport athletes. There's distractions of summer just being a family and going on
Hmm.
vacations and going to the lake. But there's also the distraction at the youth level that, yeah, you might have the fifth grader that's Caitlin Clark and super serious, but most of
Right.
them maybe necessarily aren't. And by the time they get to me, I hate to say it, they have a more of a voice on what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
mom, no,
Yeah.
mom, I got to go work out this morning, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm jumping in the car and I got to go, coach has got his workout at 6 a.m. and I got to go, or I'm getting a ride from my friend, blah, blah, blah. And I got to go to summer league. So my level, it's easier in that respect. At the youth level, they might be a seventh grader and they might really want to go to practice, but mom says, no, you're going to piano lessons
Right.
or you're
Yeah.
going to this.
Yeah.
And they don't have the voice to stand up. I mean, they just don't.
Right.
And I think as adults, we forget that sometimes. We hold the kid wants to come to practice, probably. They'd rather do that than piano lessons or go to the lake with mom and grandpa or whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't have the choice. Like they maybe can voice it, but when push comes to shove, they don't have it. So that was always when my kids were coming through, I could kind of see that that's the way it kind of occurred. But I don't know. What's your thought?
Well, I think that a couple of things you can do. I mean, you can do, of course, if your camps and have them, they have more free time in the summer. So, run camps throughout summer. Depending on, again, days, depending on, what you have available, if it's 3 days, 4 days, whatever, gym space, etc. But run camps. The other thing is just simple stuff that you can do is, every year I always run some sort of shooting contest, getting X number of shots up to join the, 3,000 shot club or 5,000 shot club, make up a number age appropriate. A lot of times it's on the honor system. I don't use anything fancy. You can. I have the parents sign the sheets that they did it, right? So, at least there's some accountability there. This year we're going to do a shooting challenge and a dribbling challenge, like so many minutes of dribbling. And I found follow along videos you can do for the dribbling and put it together a summer workout program. And I'm talking, this is third through eighth grade. So the other thing that a lot of my players did, which this was their idea, when they're going on vacation and they're taking a plane, they deflate their ball and bring a small pump. And when they get to their destination, they have a ball that they can dribble and maybe go find a court to shoot around. Um, I thought that was awesome on their part that they're thinking about bringing their basketball to keep themselves occupied
No, all
on
those things are
family
really
vacation.
good.
So
It's just keeping them accountable. It's like the 20,000 shot club, 10,000 shot club, 5,000 shot club.
yeah.
I know like Coach Berg does like the 300 hour club kind of thing where you get different, there's all sorts of
Mm,
different kind of
yeah.
criteria you can throw them into to help keep them engaged. But I think all of that, anything you can do to kind of help them as athletes is and understand it. I mean, we're the adults in the room.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
part of the issue. It's like we got to realize, and it's hard because all of a sudden you're putting all this time in, and you're giving up your weekends, and you're giving up your time, and then
Right.
you got six
You're not getting
kids at
that back. Yeah.
practice. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and I get it, but it's like that. It's hard at that level. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And even when you're doing your camps and clinics and the shooting, or ball handling contests, give prizes away for not just for first place, but first, second, third. You'd be surprised at how many kids will try to hit those levels and just be competitive. And then, it's like, oh, if you're on the honor system, how are you going to know if they do it for sure? It's like, it's going to show up in practice.
Right. It's like the
Yep.
reading. It's like the reading clubs you and I had as kids. Did everyone read all the books? I didn't read all the books. I kind of read some books, but did you ever do those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I read all the books, so
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah. You're.
So.
I just wanted to win. So I could have told you about the books, but anyway. All right. Sorry, Miss Larson. I'm sure my second grade teacher's not around anymore. But anyway, maybe she is.
Mhm. Mine was Miss. Miss Leonard.
I'd miss Rudolph as my third grade teacher. That was a great name, Mrs.
That's a great name.
Miss
Yeah.
Rudolph. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Oh, let's tell them about the discount again, Coach.
Yeah. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com. Click on the little green button that says "Get Started." Fill that out, and you're going to get 25% off for the month of June to celebrate our 250th podcast episode. We want to thank you for tuning in. When you go through the checkout, enter podcast 250 to get that discount. Again, 25% discount for the month of June of 2025 at coachingyouthhoops.com on all practice plans.
All right. Till next week.
The next week.